start my screen sharing
Mm-hmm.
because at that time you will understand that many of the Bank Nifty moves, right? Once you have any wick forming in your candle, that means price has tried to go down and pushed up, or price has tried to go up and it got pushed down. In all those things, because of this inherent volatility inside the intraday trade, your straddle and strangle will not work very well. But your straddle can work generally if you have a strong one-sided move. Okay, the moment your one of your positions, either a C or a P, becomes in the money, then you start making money. You start making money at a faster rate because delta increases at a faster rate. As long as the price is trending in your favor and it is moving with momentum. The key word here is momentum, because if you see a lot of small consolidation areas before the price can move up, then you have this problem of your straddle also not giving enough profit. I was heavily into all this OTM strangles, which I used to do every day. I did not find the results very consistent. Plus, in days when VIX is very high, your premium gets inflated too much. Then you feel that the thrill of this game is gone. Anyways, some people still prefer straddles, but I have not had a very great degree of success with me. Maybe it is my weakness, and it's not the weakness of the straddle itself. Where is Praneeth? He was the one who wanted to have this. You're here, no? You are recording on your screen recorder. Okay, now can I start with the presentation? I'm going to present my entire screen. Amog is also here, so he can keep adding if I miss anything. I'm here in 1 hour line chart on Bank Nifty. Plus, I also have the option chain open for Bank Nifty, right? And the idea is to find out where call writers are heavily concentrated or put writers are heavily concentrated. That you come to know by the highest open interest, which you can see on the extreme ends of the columns. The OI column, I've highlighted 28,120 OI with an addition of 20,840 contracts. What this means is call writers are determined to make this level as a resistance. They don't want price to go beyond this. So my first level of resistance will be at 32,500.
बैठ जा बैठ जा मैं कर रहा हूँ
Huh?
तुम बैठ जा तब जा मैं उधर कर रहा हूँ
Yeah, I thought he's talking to me. So let us mark a line somewhere near the 32,500. Then
Sir, if
we'll fine
possible,
tune.
please open sensible options on that. That will be easier to find the value section.
We'll do that, but somehow I'm comfortable with NSE option chain. You can use whatever is good for you.
If possible, open option chain of sensible, sir. It will be easier for.
No, I heard you first time. Let us see. Today my browser has also become slow. Now you guys tell me where to find the option chain. Oh, you're saying this is easier to read. This is for Nifty, right?
That's it.
Bank Nifty will do.
The below, that's it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please open it. You will see it. Please.
This is 32,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just click on that Nifty. You will get the bank Nifty option. Okay.
I've already gone into Banknifty only, no? Oh, this is futures. Sorry. Q by what is happening? This is Banknifty only. I am on 32,500. Yeah, forget it. I am used to option chain data. See the option chain data. You will see highest open interest concentrated at certain levels. You look at the call side first to identify your resistance, and the put side to identify your support. Okay. What you're going to look at is where the highest number is. So number one is 36,573, and the second one is at 28,128. The third one is 26,276. Now, do I want to go up to 33,500 strike? I don't think I want to do that because at this moment, Bank Nifty doesn't look like it is going to cross the resistance of 32,500 also. Okay. So with 20,000 contracts added yesterday, right, out of a total of 28,000, it clearly shows a change in sentiment, and the call writers want to push the price down. So 32,500 will be a good level of resistance for us. So I have marked that at somewhere around that place, 32,446 I have marked. 494. Let us say 32,515. We are going to refine this later. Okay. Now the next level is a key level at 32,000, sorry, 33,000, which is 36,673. So let us mark at 33,000 one line. Okay. Then let us look at the put side. Put side, you can clearly see that there is a level at 23,698 open interest with 8,500 additions at 32,000 level. So let us mark 32,000 level. I'm just doing an approximate marking for this time. And then the next level seems to be at 21,562 open interest with 11,000 additions, which is at 31,500. Okay, these seem to be the key levels at which your call and put writers are going to play their games. Now, typically, what happens is now you can refine your levels by moving this up and down to where you feel it's a good enough support or resistance level. I'm marking it at this level where it took a V-shaped turn because here also it acted as a support. Ultimately, it broke down, but this is the first line of defense. Then we will look at this one and adjust it down to this level at this V-shaped turn. Okay, it gives us a close enough approximation of what could be the resistance level and all those things. And to for the next two lines, we have to go back in time and see if there is a turning point. Now, it so happens that there is a turning point here, which acted as resistance and also as support. And for the last one, we'll keep it at this level. Again, acted as support and acted as resistance. You guys with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, suppose we go back to the current period. And we look at our candlestick chart. Now, the line chart will mark you levels of turning at the closing prices of this thing. Bank Nifty. It won't give you the wicks and all those things. So if you want, you can adjust the thing to cover the wicks also and get a probably a better level. Or if you're happy with the approximate level, you're fine with using this as it is. Oh shit, I've changed it. What did I do? I messed up something. Okay. Let us assume that we are right. It's at 32,500 actually. It should have been lower, a little bit lower here. So what happens is your call writers are going to defend this level. They are not going to let the price go above this level. There is going to be heavy duty call selling here. Okay. As it stands at the end of the day, your option chain data says these are key levels. So you have a level from which you can start trading tomorrow. Okay. Supposing this price immediately starts going down, you will wait for a proper signal for entering your trade using the Heiken Ashi method. The reason I'm saying you should wait for the proper signal is in the beginning it will be difficult to take right away an entry at the resistance and hope for the best. Suppose the price pulls back a little, you will feel scared. And if it hits your stop loss immediately, you will also feel very bad. You don't want to open the day with a loss session. And once the day progresses and you get a clear signal, there is ample time for you to enter a trade and make your profits. This is the concept Amog was explaining to everybody in the group. This is actually real gold. I was so happy. And Amog, if you want to elaborate on this.
No, nothing to add actually. You have good amount of suggestions over there, like watching the previous levels, previous days where it acted. Like I haven't watched that yet.
Mm,
That is enough. Sir. That is enough. There is more, nothing more to add.
I think some more people are waiting to join. Uh, I hope everybody gets entry into this thing. I've installed a browser extension which will automatically allow people to join. Otherwise, in Google Meet, you have to admit each one individually. And sometimes they are having a problem. Actually, Amok, this original method is now taking shape into a beautiful system now.
Like actually, we
Hanji,
discussed yesterday, no, sir. That,
sorry? Hello? Yeah, Pranit, tell me. Yeah, yes, correct. Absolutely. This is how you will always trade, no? So after 32,446, you're marking a line at somewhere around 32,152. Okay. But when you go to the option chain, you can also look for other levels, which you will find at 31,000 is your next level of. Suppose the price breaks below 31,500, then it has a possibility of going to 31,000. So you can keep on marking levels, but to make things more realistic, I've left it at 31,500 level. 31,500, it is based on actual price action, it has become 31,648. Right. Even if it crosses the line, we are happy, no? When you're in a PE trade, if it breaks this level, also we'll be even more happier. That's all. for the for the present moment, I would advise you to take on the basis of Heiken Ashi, because it takes a lot of guts to enter exactly at support, resistance, and take a PE trade. Your mind will start challenging you, saying, what will you do if it goes up? At that time, if you see one green candle also, you will get panicked. That is the reason I am saying wait for a Heiken Ashi signal, right? Otherwise, once you are expert at this and you are able to manage your risk, you don't need Heiken Ashi. Honestly, you don't need it at all. Many times I don't even look at the Heiken Ashi entry, and I just take an entry and wait, and I can take some amount of risk thanks to some previous profits. So I don't mind taking a risk and trading that. But if you are a beginner, or if you are not willing to accept a slightly bigger loss, then your mind will start challenging you so many times. It will be difficult for you to concentrate on the trade. Supposing there's a green candle, strong green candle forming here. Your mind will say, "Arey yaar, this is bouncing from this level, so I have to take a buy entry. My my PE entry is wrong." You don't know. You could have a false breakout. Mind is the only thing you need to manage. Actually, you don't have to manage your trade and all. RSI will not be helpful in resistance and support levels here. I mean, it could be helpful. RSI, stochastics, everything, they'll give you one candle later, you will get the signal. That is the issue. What I do is I mentally calculate my RSI. I like to use 5-period RSI. So I count the greens in the 5 periods and see, I have 2 greens and 3 reds. Okay. And one is almost borderline green because it is a doji candle towards the upside. So I would count it as a RSI above 50. So it's a positive thing. Then I'll move on to the next 5. Then I see that RSI is declining from 50 or maybe 70. Then I know that I'm in an oversold zone, overbought zone. That gives me a mental confirmation. But I don't need the RSI to tell me. My Heiken actually tells me even more clearer. And as it happens, it tells me. It is cleaner. It is by nature of its calculation using the average prices. It is supposed to make your trend look cleaner. That is the main function of Heiken Ashi. But if you trade purely on Heiken Ashi alone, like what the YouTubers will teach you, number one, you will get a very late entry into the trend. You will have chances of stop loss hits. You're making your easy trade a little bit more riskier. Okay, that is why I say buy above the red candle. That will give you very safe entry. At the same time, you will get the entry at the lowest possible price. See, if you see here, my entry would have been triggered when the high of this candle was broken. And if you see for that day, the lowest price at which I could have got entry was this candle. So to that extent, Heiken Ashi keeps you safer. That's all. Again and again, I'll keep on repeating this. You don't need Heiken Ashi. If you're good at reading price action, right? You don't need Heiken Ashi as a visual tool. Yeah, if you want double confirmation, you can have anything you want. Fibonacci, pivots, everything. Here you will see that your level was much more accurate than the pivot point level. But it's a small consolation and satisfaction because that will not make a big difference in terms of your P or call strike price. It will make a small difference only. I mean, we don't want to be super accurate. We want to be accurate only regarding the direction, and the momentum should start as soon as we enter the trade. Mm, correct. You can have a confident trade definitely. Now, if you let us try one more exercise. Nikhil Boite used to say that he uses Fibonacci on the first 15-minute candle. Okay, let us try it for yesterday's 15-minute candle. Sorry, I'll do it the ulta way. From top to bottom, I'll drag it. No, I forgot to add the 261.8 level. Two 61 is also too far away. 161 is too early. But generally, price will keep reacting at that 161.8 and 138.2. Those are good levels to watch out for. Like if you mark this line here at 61.8, which is close enough to your support level which you have drawn at 32,000. No, 61.8 is very close to this level. So you can use this for your double confirmation, as you said. But I believe you may not need all these things. See, all you need is an approximate level from which you're going to take a trade. Even if this is not super accurate, you have draw a line here. How does it matter here? In terms of your in terms of your premium, it's not going to matter much. 1 or 2 points here and there you can miss, no problem. But the key thing is what? We are not supposed to buy a call at this place unless the resistance is broken, right? And it becomes support. Am I clear on this? And you're not supposed to buy a put option here at the right at the bottom unless this support is broken and you get a valid signal. You will not take a put option here, which means you need a break of support or resistance, you need a retest and then a confirmation. Only after that you will take a trade. Correct. Plus you need a retest, no? Because yesterday, if you see, no, there was a very strong I think yesterday's level I had marked somewhere here. The price action was showing very strong movement. Then it hit resistance and came back down. So that became a false breakout kind of situation. So it's okay if you have 1 or 2 wrong entries. The world is not going to end. No. Worst thing that will happen is it will hit your stop loss and you will exit your trade. And your stop loss being very small, if you use the Heiken method, supposing you enter even on this resistance directly, you take a P saying I'm willing to take that risk. It could work out beautifully for you in terms of, it'll give you some extra 30-40 points. So, and you try to keep your stop loss at some logical place where your trade will become invalidated if that line is crossed. Let us say I will put my stop loss above this candle high. Oh shit. Sorry. I will say this looks like a good place to put my stop loss. Right. So around 50-60 point stop loss I'll be taking. Anyway, if the trade reverses and hits your stop loss, it means that your original entry condition was not valid. So you are perfectly, now you are in a position to choose the opposite direction trade. Let's also keep one option chart ready. Shall we try 32,000 P? I'll open this. It closed with a green Heiken candle after breaking this red candle high. So it is showing that there could be upward movement on the PE. Right from the beginning itself, it may go up. If you want to take an entry right at the open, definitely you're free to take it. Sometimes what will happen is because the price is rushing upward immediately, you will miss the good trade. That also is possible. Mm. So it could be a good resistance, and price can fall right from the beginning itself. So if you enter a PE trade immediately at 32,500, 32,500 PE, if you take, you may find that it is a good trade to take. But I would like to take a out of the money option, so I will probably take 32,000 or even 31,500. It depends on your individual preferences. Key factor is you enter this thing after you get a confirmation that this is a valid trade. After that, you can happily go and trade your thing and make profits. There's nothing which will stand in the way of a profit for you. Now, if you look at Heiken here, the entry is at 10:30 candle. So on the normal candle, you have a 10:30. This is a candle above the high of which you will take the trade. Two 34 may you entered, and your stop loss is here at the bottom of this candle, entry candle. Now, a lot of people will keep asking me how to prevent fake entries and false entries. Okay. Now, if you decide that once I place my entry and my stop loss order, you just stop looking for any further trades unless your stop loss gets hit or your target is achieved. Stop loss was not there, it was not hit at all. Though it was a irritating thing to sit and watch your candles doing nothing, right? For 2 long hours. It was very irritating. But the moment you saw this big momentum candle happening, you were so happy. So even if you had entered at 233 and you had exited at even this candle close 288, you are still in profit. That too on a bad day. If you manage to exit at even a higher level, you can go up to 314. But it is not possible to exit at that kind of level. You need to be extremely quick to. Not when you're seeing profit on your screen, no. At that time, I don't mind sitting and watching the chart doing nothing. For any. Mm. See, the key factor is that you don't do anything. You don't look for an alternate entry. Even if your Heiken options tell you to take an entry, don't take. Why you will not take the entry? Because your stop loss has not been hit in your previous trade. And the moment your stop loss gets hit here, automatically the opposite side trade will also get triggered, which will be a high probability trade. Whereas if you try to take this entry or some sell entry based on your Heiken previous candle being broken, then you will land in trouble. Like for instance, here you take a PE entry, sorry, CE entry. The trade would not have worked out for you. It would have hit your stop loss, or it would have given you very negligible profits. So how do we avoid this false trade? Is only this: once my stop loss doesn't hit, I will not do anything. I will just sit and watch. If my stop loss is hit, I'm free to take a look for another trade. So if you go by that logic, you will keep yourself on the safe side of the trade always. This is what 10:30 again yesterday. My 10:30 candle high was this. In this case, I think you might have had a stop loss hit. No, no, you did not hit
No,
stop
no, it
loss.
did not. It did not hit.
Yeah, and by
That
the
is the
time
reason I hung around. Yes.
all of us face this pain always when you see the market consolidating and moving sideways. Unfortunately, it's a fact of life. So we have to find our own way of coping with it. So this fake entry you can avoid by only hanging on to your original trade until your stop loss is hit. Until then, don't do anything. There is all the chance that price may go back in your favor and give you a huge move. So you can sit and wait for that huge move and capture that.
Or Swami sir, this is Kavita.
Yeah, tell me,
Or
Kavita.
or we can take a quick profit in couple of candles and
Ma'am,
then re-enter and then
I am
re-enter.
against taking quick profits. All your books say let your profits run and cut your losses short. No,
Right.
so let us run. Let the profit run. Suddenly you get a huge spike. Why will you miss that? You have exited at this level, then you have another spike. See, I believe in taking as much profit from the market as possible.
But what if it reverse? I mean, you know
Let
that.
it reverse. No, what is the worst thing that will happen? It will hit my stop loss. No,
Hmm.
then I don't mind taking the stop loss. Please tell this to Soumyadeep. Soumyadeep, are you listening? Acha. Mm. Soumyadeep, please listen. This is for you.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me, Soumyadeep.
Yes, sir. Actually, I always put a stop loss in 1:1 risk reward. I
Mm.
put always a stop loss in 1:1. So
Mm.
if my stop loss will get hit, so it's nothing a problem. Actually, the last day I got six trades and
Mm.
one stop loss is hit, and
Okay.
but in another five trades I got the profit. So
Mm.
overall I am in profit. But actually, I am. Trading for very long time, but I found out that your method is so what can I say is
Simple.
so profitable that I want to recover my loss from the market first, then I will target to get a big profit.
Ah.
So that's why, sir, I am when I see my profit is running, I don't want to take the market all my profits. That fear is always happening within me. What if I am earning right now 10,000 rupees and at the end of the day it's showing minus 2,000? Isn't it profitable to at least book for 5,000 rupees
Yeah, yeah,
from the
yeah.
market?
Okay.
It's always
I can
happening with
understand
me.
your pain. All of us have gone through this pain.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I've seen big profits, and the end of the day, I close with a loss. Also, it
Yes,
happens.
sir. Yeah.
But anyway, I after this method was found, I have not
Yes.
looked back at all. I've been happily taking my profits.
Yes, sir.
I believe in letting my profits run, and even if I get slightly lesser profit at the end of the day, I'm okay with it. As
Yeah.
long as my MTM is green,
Yes.
that means my account is growing by even small amounts every day. It's fine.
Yes.
So you don't suggest that if suppose I've taken two lots
Mm.
and book one and ride the other to till the end, that could
I,
be another way.
yeah, it could be definitely another way which people suggest in various books and YouTube courses. But I am a greedy fellow. I want everything on the 50, two lots. Big profit on two lots is better than one small profit and one big profit, no?
Right.
It depends on your individual preference about taking profits. There, I will not interfere saying you
It
take
depends on his
profit only at this level.
individual risk reward actually.
Yes, whatever you want to take, you please take. If it makes you feel comfortable and happy, that is all that matters, no?
Sir,
Ah,
sir, you told us many times that looking at higher time frames, we
avoid
can
fake entries.
no, not only fake entries, we can stay in the trade very long time.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Can you please show the example? One example. Actually cannot knowledge.
Okay.
I cannot understand this.
Okay. Let me put it on normal candle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm on a 1 hour chart, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I've entered a trade slightly lower than what this entry gives me, I would have entered on 15-minute chart. Okay. After that, price does its up and down thing. When I shift to the 1 hour chart, if I see that my uptrend is still intact, let us compare this. I think this is where we are looking at, no? Let me find out the exact timing. Let us take, for instance, 6th of April, around 12 o'clock is where you would have got an entry above the high. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll look at 6th April 15-minute chart. Okay. I've got an entry earlier than you did in a 1 hour chart. But after entering here, this price doing up and down, if you are getting confused about what is happening to the price, your mind is saying price can reverse from here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All those nonsense things which your mind tells you, you don't listen when you look at your 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart tells you that you are still in a strong uptrend. And what you feared as a reversal was only a small pullback in the 1 hour chart. So you hang on to your trade and wait for your trend actually to end. Yes, there was price rejections, but I'm sure you would have taken a fairly decent profit if you had entered on the 15-minute chart. Is this clear, Somidip, or should I explain something else?
Yes, sir, it's clear. Sir, just one small doubt. When I am comparing two chart, for an example, like 15-minute and 1 hour chart,
Mm.
1 hour chart is still not complete. So if I look at the 1 hour chart, it may can oscillate. So how can we
You
determine
see,
that it is end is still intact?
unless your 1 hour chart shows that the reversal has happened, you don't exit your trade.
Okay, okay, okay. That's
Okay,
the higher high or the higher low is broken or lower high or lower low is broken. I am
correct,
still in the trade.
correct.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That will protect you from a fake entry and fake exit.
Yes, yes.
So, sir, are you going on a 1 hour chart for the options or on the spot?
This is option chart only, ma'am. 32,000
No, no,
PE is
I
what
got
I'm
it.
looking at.
Okay, because I was checking on the spot, and I
You
could
can
see
do
that.
either way. See, only
Uh,
thing is what will happen is supposing I put on 1 hour here. Okay, this is my candlestick formation for the day. After a rejection at resistance,
mhm,
price started moving steadily downward. Now,
mm,
until this opening price at least is taken out in a reversal scenario, I
mm,
will hang on to this trade. I won't take a reversal entry unless
mm.
my open price of the color change candle has been broken. Why do I say this? This is some way of identifying trends I learned from one YouTube video series called UDTS, Unidirectional Trading System, by IFMC Institute, I think. That guy tells you how to spot a change in trend and at what point actually the trend changes. It can happen that I have a strong candle here, but next candle again goes down.
So this is a spot chart, right? I
Yeah,
can't see it.
this is a spot chart, Nifty Bank indices.
Can you sir just repeat this whole thing once again?
Yeah, see, typically when you're looking at any chart, for instance, a stock or a futures or whatever chart you're looking at, there is a prior trend after which there's a color change candle, right?
Right.
And when this color change candle happens and the previous candle's open is taken out, only then you
Okay.
can say my trend has reversed.
Previous candle or the
Previous
open
previous red
open
candle.
or the open of the day. No, you're not
No,
referring
no,
to
no.
the open of the
I'm referring to the open of the previous candle where
previous
the
candle.
trend was still down.
Okay.
Okay, then there's a small doji candle formed here. Now
Right.
this doji candle has not broken my previous open.
Correct.
So at this point my trend is still down.
Hmm.
When my next candle breaks this open of this
Okay.
red candle, I can say that there is a trend reversal.
Okay.
Then I will start looking at whether this trend reversal is continuing. As long as this candle's open is not broken, upward trend is continuing. Then there was a gap up open. It is still in the uptrend only. And the moment you see a green candle in an uptrend, that means it is continuing the uptrend only.
Correct.
So you hang on till the end of the trend. Please go through that UDTS trading method. There is a guy called Manish Taneja who has explained this so beautifully. I was so impressed with that entire set of videos.
Okay. Yeah, this is
IFMC Institute is the name of the YouTube channel. Those guys are
I
good.
ICFM.
IFMC.
IFMC. Okay.
Sir, hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in our main group, actually, FTU trading chat, the IFMC course is uploaded many times ago.
Really?
Yes, sir. If you want, I can forward it to our chat group.
Yeah, you can do that. But frankly, no, I don't believe in all those courses. It
No,
is good for.
actually, in YouTube, I found you in YouTube there are small videos, and the concept is not clear. But in the course, from starting to beginning, the course is
What I would suggest is you share it on DM to anybody you want. Let us not have it in the group because I don't want this to become a course chasing group.
Okay, sir.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
Correct.
okay to learn from any other course also. Even I
Yeah.
learned from many courses. But right now, we would like to focus on only trading the price action.
Yes.
So the moment you start trading, sharing one course, no, others will also start sharing, and it will become a crazy thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, you don't need any course. I was
So
just mentioning that. Yeah.
sir, when you're mentioning that the open is not taken out, that
Yes.
means you're not referring to the low, you're referring to the close, the next close, right?
Next day's close should
Hmm.
close above the previous open.
Yeah, I mean that candles is the close. It's not the low because there could be a spike and then it can just rush
Correct.
back and close. So
Correct.
it's close. Okay.
It has to be a close.
All right. Okay.
Maybe I'm not very good at explaining this thing, but you could always go through the free videos first,
Right.
and you will probably get a better idea.
Right.
Somehow it stuck in my mind. I've gone through this Ashok Devanampriya's course also. Okay, you if you talk to beginners about rally-based rally and drop-based rally and all those things, it is
That's very
nothing but a V-shaped reversal. No, There's a
I
drop.
found that to be confusing. It's not something that, it's not simple.
Actually, it is simple when you try to simplify it in your mind. What does this thing say? There's a drop, then there's a base formation in the form of a consolidation, and after that,
Yeah.
it goes up. That is drop, base, rally.
Mm.
A rally, base, drop means there's a downward reversal.
Correct.
Actually, it is that simple. But
Mm.
I can't sell a course unless I use some big language, no?
Mm.
And people will not get impressed if I talk something in a very simple terms. How many of you would have said this guy is all bullshit? He is talking something too ridiculously simple. I mean, it's a natural reaction. I would also react that way. If somebody tells me I have a simple method, draw a line here and buy above that or sell below that, I will say, what the heck? But when you actually try it out and it works for you, then you start believing in that method. I'm sure many of you would have thought, Arey, the Swami is just a bullshit fellow.
No, sir, I don't think anyone in this group will think that.
No, it is natural to think that way, no? See, we have been conditioned to looking at various courses and being disappointed by them. And believe me, my only pastime is watching YouTube videos and looking at charts. So
No, sir.
I try to relate whatever I've seen in the YouTube video and see whether it actually works. Then I realize it's not always working. So I've stopped looking at various strategies posted on YouTube. I look at educational stuff like how to spot a very key support or resistance level. That I'm interested. I'll definitely watch the video. But as you get more experience in this, you start looking at the price and how it reacts. You don't need any of those things to help you. No,
Yes, sir.
you can just look at your chart and say, okay, price is going to move downward from here, this resistance level. This will come with practice. You have to keep on looking at charts every day. This is the only thing I do. My entire life purpose is only this now. So I can identify immediately there's going to be a reversal and I can take an earlier entry probably. Now, how do I make it simple for others to follow? For others to follow and make easy money, the only way is to give them a visual tool, which I gave in the form of a Heiken Ashi candlestick. This also may not be the most perfect way to do it. The most perfect way is to enter a PE here and buy a CE here. If you're able to manage that and also manage your stop losses and risk, you're an excellent trader, no? You don't need
Yes.
Heiken Ashi candle. You don't need anything. Once you have marked your level and you know that this is a key level which you have marked, the risk is lower that the trade will go against you. In spite of being experts in price action, people will always look for a confirmation before they enter the trade. When price comes to resistance, automatically they will not sell. They will wait for a confirmation and then enter the trade on the low of this candle and then they take a smaller profit. To avoid these kinds of things, and when I was trading stocks, I had a different kind of a simple method. Let me take any chart, for example. Let's take State Bank of India. So when I was trading stocks, what I used to do was I used to mark some line somewhere and say if a price is trading above this, I'll buy. If the price is trading below this, I'll sell. And
I,
believe me,
you told us that 9:30 you 9:40 you
correct.
draw a line,
You see, there are
and then
100 ways of establishing a price action for this thing. So supposing you mark a level at a 940, 940 and 950. Let me move to the 10-minute chart so that it'll be easier. No, 5 minutes will be easier. So 5 minutes may you have a 940, you mark a line at the closing price. Okay, I'm looking at this candle. Then again you look at 950. The closing price was this. My method says that if your 950 price is lower than 940 price, wait for a sell entry. You get your sell entry very late, but you do get a sell entry and you made a decent profit. Making money trading stocks is not difficult at all. My only complaint about stock trading nowadays is that because broker margin is not there, my returns are very small. I don't want to spend the whole day sitting before a computer just to earn 2 or 3%. Instead, I can finish off my Banknifty option trade in the morning if I'm lucky, and quickly exit my trade and take my profit here and get out. Which would be better? Of course, a lot of people are interested in trading stocks because they believe option is dangerous. Option can wipe out your capital. All those beliefs are there. I used to believe it myself. I was actually a member in another group, and somebody pushed me into an option trade literally. I never knew about option trading. Bank Nifty and all, I thought is a highly risky game, so I was avoiding that. One day, one fellow said, "Sir, you have to take this entry." I just entered blindly, saying I'll risk about 10,000 bucks. And on that day, luckily, my capital went up by 12 times. There was a huge spike. Bank Nifty gave me 12 times my capital as profit. Then I got hooked. Arey, it's so easy to make money in Bank Nifty options. Then I started trading Bank Nifty options. I made my share of mistakes. Main mistakes being I entered OTM strangles at random places instead of waiting for a support or resistance level. If you take a strangle or straddle, you're doomed to fail. If you take it at the right level, it can be a good profit factor for you.
So just as a curiosity, on
Yeah.
even day,
Mm.
generally people's advise don't trade, it's too risky. But I think you said you have a gambling streak. So I'm thinking that you must be doing something.
I did actually this budget day, 2nd February.
Oh,
I had only 2,000 rupees in my account. Okay. My broker is giving me 3 times margin. So effectively, I can trade for 6,000. So what I did was I took a CE and a PE,
OTM.
OTM, deep
Hmm.
OTM. I got my CE entry at 60 rupees and PE entry at somewhere around 48 or something. PE became 0. Whereas
Correct.
my CE went from 60 rupees. I held the trade for 4 days. Reason was budget I felt was good. And sooner or later, analysts will start coming on TV and talking about whether it's a good budget or not. Most of the people would have said it is a good budget. So I said I'll hold on and see what happens. My risk was anyway small only, no? 60 rupees is not a big amount to risk.
Actually, it would have been 100 because you lost 40 there.
Yeah,
I mean,
correct. But what I'm trying to say is my 60 rupee CE,
hmm.
by the end of the 4th day, it went to 1594.
Oh my God.
2,000 rupees became 82,000 rupees in 4 days.
Actually, you held on, na? That is the thing. That is what you've been actually trying to tell us.
Correct.
That you held on.
No, but I prefer not to hold my trades. I like to take my
But that was
profit.
an exception.
This was a budget day, and somehow my mind said others will start talking about it, and slowly they'll realize it's a good budget. You know, people like CIA and all those fellows will come on TV and say it's a good budget. So many analysts and economists will also talk about it. So I said maybe it'll push up the sentiment even further, and I was luckily right. I was so proud of that profit. Next 4 days, I took almost 1,500 rupees as a profit. No,
Yeah.
slightly less than 1,500, but and I traded only one lot. Imagine if I traded huge number of lots. I wouldn't be sitting here and trying to teach you guys all these things.
I think this has got nothing to do with whether you have money or not. I think
True,
this
true,
is
true.
your altruism. So
This is just I was just joking. I can't stay away from teaching people other things. And if something is working for me, why not share it with the world? Is my approach. If others can benefit, it's good. But that was a big day in my life actually. Though I had 300, 400% profit several times, the kind of return I got on budget day was huge. And I was kicking myself for not having added funds into my account. That day, my wife was also not in town, and I'm trading on her account. So I need access to her bank details, which I didn't have. So I said, okay, 2000 rupees, may I'll trade. Even if you lose, it's only 2000 which will go now. That was the gambler streak in me. You see, what I do is I've got an Excel sheet through which I monitor my funds position and all those things. And I keep on withdrawing money out of my account. So I started actually with 25,000. Okay. Now the 25,000 slowly started accumulating. Thanks to my broker's margin, I had within about some 10 or 15 days, I made the 25,000 into some 5 lakhs plus. Then I withdrew the money. Took another cycle with only 25,000. So I keep doing it very often. So if you ask me, it is difficult to deploy more than 15, 20 lakhs in the market, especially on option buying. I'm saying if you want to be an option seller, you can have 2 crores also and still find that inadequate. Right. But since I am not interested in option selling, I'm only interested in option buying. It is difficult to trade, let's say, more than 5 or 6 orders of 100 lots. Matlab, let us say 12,000, 12,500 quantity tak you can go. Theoretically, if you have, let us say, 5 crores in your account, with Zerodha, you can definitely place 50 orders of 100 lots. You create a basket order. I will say P. Kite is undergoing maintenance or what? So let us say 32,500 PE we want to take. Your first order will be for that itself will cost you 11,70,000. Let us assume you have unlimited money. You can see here, you can place up to 20 instruments here. And it says you can clone your order. So you click on this 19 more times. Yes, it will. It will. So if you have 2 crore 35 lakhs, right, you can execute up to 50,000 quantity in one click. The reason NSE does not allow you to place more than 2,500 per order is because they want to prevent what is called as a fat finger error. Sometimes people will want to trade 250 quantity, but by mistake they would have punched one more zero. This is called a fat finger error, right? So they want you to limit your exposure to that much. But consciously, if you want to do it 2 or 3 times, NSE will not prevent you. So you can place 2,500 into 3 times. You can place the order individually. That is true. That is why I shifted to Asta trade. I was a hardcore Asta trade, ASTHA trade.com. 3 times. Option buying, they give you 3 times margin.
and they allow OTM for OTM as well.
No, they allow everything for OTM, everything. Only thing they don't allow is on stock options. They don't allow you to take the current expiry on the last expiry day. The end of the month expiry day, They will ask
Mm-hmm.
you to trade the next month's contract. They won't allow you to
Okay.
trade the same month expiry.
Okay. Okay.
Interface, it takes some time to get used to it, but they have definitely improved. Let's say I log into my Asta trade account. Earlier, it used to be very, very difficult to navigate through your Odin platform, but they've made it considerably easier now. And there's a lot of good things about Asta trade. Their charting is bad, okay, but if you look at this invest tab, you get your top gainers, losers at a glance. You get advanced decline to see whether Nifty trend is going to be up or down. What are the most active stocks? Some interesting news items which may have an impact. Then you have so many other things like index details. What is your indices doing at that point in time? Then they have a bulk order entry. This is my favorite. So you can place up to 5 orders at one time. Zerodha allows you 20 times. This is giving you only 5 times. That is why I said 12,500 is the quantity I would like to trade. 2,500 for each order will give me 12,500 quantity. Then you have analytics, may you have a heck of a lot of things. But what I like to look at is the heat map. Now I move on to various indices and look at, I say Nifty Bank. At a glance, I'll know Nifty Bank is positive and 3 stocks are dragging it down. Then I can place order from here itself. I know that HDFC Bank is the top gainer in the Banknifty index. I can do this for any thing like Nifty Auto if I take. I can look at my overall Nifty trend and decide either to take a buy trade or a sell trade. These are strong sell. Dark red is a strong sell. So you can quickly place a sell order here without thinking too much. Then you have all this microeconomic data, market turnover, everything, right? And you have your pivot alerts. So it will tell you what has broken the pivot level and support level and all those things. It makes it very easier for you to take a trade from here. Broken S4 support level. Let me buy instead of sell. So I can place an order here and quickly exit. And the interface is not that bad, actually. This is web-based only, and they have what is known as Asta Trade Wave in their mobile platform. That also, if you just explore it for some time before you actually use it, it is a fairly good application. I trade with that all the time per lot. Then you have your back office, your funds withdrawal process. They've made it very easy. So you can just click here and put your withdrawal right from this interface itself.
Do they charge every time they for the fund withdrawal and this thing?
When I add funds, they take 10 rupees as a charge for some transaction this thing charges.
Okay, okay,
Withdrawal, there's no charge.
okay.
There's no issue on that. And I did a lot of digging before I entered this Asta trade for an account. I found this is a company which is older than Zerodha. They've been in existence for a long time. And I started off opening an account. I added funds and withdrew money immediately to see how they are responding in terms of my fund withdrawal requests. Each one of those things, when I tested, I found that I was getting my funds even earlier than what I would have got with Zerodha. So I knew they can be trusted with my money. They won't run away with my money. The only problem is they don't have as many retail clients as Zerodha has. So in overall profitability terms, they're less profitable than Zerodha. Zerodha has definitely improved a lot since they started. They've been adding more to their technology thing, and they're trying to make this as a best discount broker. So Zerodha is by far the best. What I don't like about Zerodha is they're not allowing me the deep OTM options. The reason for that is because of the retail clients they have, right? There are some junk phone call is coming. I don't know. Okay. So, if the reason they are not able to allow this far OTM contact is the NSE has imposed certain limits on the OI for each broker. They say that if your number of contracts exceeds some 15% of the OI or something, they restrict the access to other OTM contracts.
Correct. They're doing that.
And that is why they are not able to allow. They are very strictly, they want to follow NSE and SEBI rules. Zerodha guys are very strict about that. In a sense, they are right also, no? Instead of violating and paying fines and other things. They want to be a clean broker. I appreciate them definitely for that. But from my point of view, I prefer to have some margins. I prefer to have all these deep OTM things. So I moved on to my Asta trade. I'm pretty much happy with the Asta trade as a platform. I have absolutely no issues with this. You have various kinds of calculators. You can put your index price here and you put your interest rate, and you can arrive at what is the fair value of your option. Option value calculator is here. You take the IV from the option chain for your strike price. Then you put your spot price and it tells you based on some X interest rate. I usually add interest rate of the 9% just to be on the safe side. Then it will tell me what is the correct value of the option. And I know how much my option will decay if I put, let's say, 2 days to expiration. Then my decay will be fast. All those things you can calculate with this. Nowadays, I don't use this. In the initial stages, when I was doing a lot of analysis paralysis, I used to look at that. Now, all I look at is only the chart, and I trade straight from the chart and my levels itself. I don't want to look at anything more. Now, anybody wants me to repeat the first part of the session? Many of you joined a bit late. We talked about how to use the option chain for identifying your support and resistance levels.
Yes, sir, I missed. If possible, please
You
repeat.
missed, huh? Yeah, we'll do that. You see, when you look at the option chain, I don't do a option chain analysis during live market. Definitely, I don't touch this at all. But I like to use this for identifying key support and resistance levels. Wherever you're having the highest open interest, you mark those strike prices. 32,000 is a high open interest. After that, 31,500. And after that, you have a high open interest here. So 31,000. These three are round numbers based on which you can first initially draw those lines. And after you draw those lines, what you do is you move on to your line chart and preferably use a 1 hour chart because we are not interested in all these small price breaks. So when you have 33,000, the closest point where the price made a turn on the line chart was this one. Right? After that, it tried to break, it failed, and it went back upside. So this is the first level. Then next level was 32,500. So 32,500, I was not able to find a level. The nearest turning point level which I could find was somewhere around this level. Acted as support, bounced, again acted as support, bounced, and then failed, etc. Then we keep moving down to the next level, like 32,500 is where currently your resistance is supposed to be. Actually, the turning point is at this place, 32,450. Not even that. Actually, I have not been very accurate on this. This one. This turning point is what I'm looking at. And then at 32,000 level and 31,500 level, I had to go back in time and look for a decent level, which I found at this place somewhere. So this was a V-shaped turn which it took, and then again it took a V-shaped turn here. So I marked these two levels which are close to my 31,500 and 32,000 level. I was mentioning that you don't have to be super accurate on this. As long as the price comes near that level, you will know that you have to be on the alert to take a signal. That is all you need. So if you look at your 15-minute chart, you will see that price in the past has beautifully respected these levels. Many times this level has been touched, 32,500 level, or rather 32,400 something. And only now it is breaking and penetrating through this. So the next logical point for it to reach is somewhere around 32,000 level. So I marked a line at 32,142 because I found a turning point. It can very well go down below that and then come back also. And the next level is 31,648, which is closer to 31,500. With this kind of marking, you have lesser number of lines on the chart. You don't get confused, which is my key level. All these are key levels only. So you can take your trade even more confidently with this. Sounds okay?
Yes, sir.
Who was the person who joined just now?
Praveen, sir.
Okay, okay. So what I'm trying to say is don't make your trading too complicated. Just keep it very simple. And the more simple you keep it, the less your mind will play tricks with you. So you are able to take a peaceful trade, exit with profit. Some days you may not make profits on sideways days. That is always a problem with any system. Even if I'm using an indicator based system, sideways movement, nothing will work. I don't have the sense to stay out of the market because I'm addicted to the market. So I'll always keep taking some trade or the other. Even if it gives me a loss, I'll take the trade. But you need not do that. If you find that you identified it as a sideways market, please avoid trading. Like Kavita was saying, if there's a big candle in the opening 15-minute range, then most likely the day is likely to be sideways. If your price action is trading within the 15-minute range, I think I saw that one day. Yeah, this one. 15-minute high and low, if you mark, price action was always within that entire day. So if you had avoided trading on this, you would have saved some money. 1 minute, let me admit everybody. Something went wrong. Yeah? Yeah, my friend, tell me. Yeah, fine, no problem. you can do that. And anyway, today evening also I'm going to have that session for people who have joined a bit too late. So I don't want to leave out anyone without the thing. So I'll keep on doing this until everybody has attended that thing. I think somebody is trying to enter the meeting and he is not getting allowed. I don't know. No, not Praveen. There's one guy called Sangamitra who's supposed to join, and he has been saying, please admit me into the meeting. Anyway, you will not have this problem in the evening because Ganesh Kamath said they will give us free, premium account in Zoom. So we'll do it on Zoom itself. It'll auto allow anybody. So let us do a session in the evening also. And of course, all of you are welcome again, if you can spare the time. So does this clear at least about 70% of your doubts? So can we all trade confidently on Monday? And Kavita, I was very impressed with your patience yesterday. So
I was also impressed with myself. It was not
it,
the money. It was not the money. It was
mm,
nothing. It was just the satisfaction that I had the willpower
to
to
stay with
stop.
it.
It was literally a fight.
Yeah, it was a lot of roller coaster emotions would have gone through, no?
Oh my God, I had a headache after that.
What you can do is you can set a price alert. Okay.
Yeah.
In Zerodha, you have this thing, no? On the strike price, you can set an alert.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Somewhere I saw that thing.
I was literally, if I could have physically pulled the candle down, I could have.
See, you have this option of setting alert here. So you
Yeah.
say if 32,500 last, oh my God, log in with Zerodha. So if you say if it reaches some X level near your
Mhm.
stop loss or at your target, this will send you an alert.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So
Yeah.
once you create the alert, you are free to sit and relax.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Sure. I'll try this.
Yeah. So let us again meet in the evening, all of you. If you are interested, please join. If I have only 2 or 3 people, also I'll conduct the session definitely. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much. All of you take care.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
Mr.
sir. Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
my capital
I'm
is
thinking
low. I
about
only
taking this
have
trade session.
10K.
1 minute. You have only have 10K.
Yes, sir. If you trade OTM options also, we have to risk minimum of 1K like that in Bank
What?
Nifty.
Yeah, there is no risk of 1K.
Uh,
When you trade with a stop loss of let's say 10 or 15 points, 15
yes.
multiplied by 25 is your maximum risk.
Yes, sir.
And believe me, I've traded with less than 10,000. Don't worry about that risk factor.
Yes. I'm thinking that if I got two SLs like that, if I lose 2 to 3K, then I'm not able to survive like that.
No,
That's
no,
stopping me in trading.
you will lose probably 500 or 600, 600 per trade if your stop loss hits.
Yes, sir.
But if you trade with total discipline, you will find that stop loss is also not hitting.
Yes, sir.
And end of day, you will close with a profit, which you can add to your capital for the next day.
Yes, sir.
Slowly, you can take bigger risk later on.
Yes.
But start with small risk, small. If you hit, let's say, stop loss one time,
Yes,
don't
sir.
trade for the rest of the day.
Yes, sir. Oh, wait for the next day to trade.
Wait for the next day and trade. What is the hurry, no?
Yes, sir.
And don't think 10,000 is too small. I can't trade with that. 10,000 is easy. If you want to trade, also, it's quite easy to trade OTM options and still make money.
Yes, sir.
Great, man. You
Sir.
have so many examples in our group itself who started trading with small amount. I don't know if
Yes, sir.
Sufyan is still here.
Hmm.
Sufyan, if he's there, he can tell you. He and I traded together on live market one day. Suddenly, I just messaged him and said, "Will you like to do live trading with me?"
Yes, sir.
At the time, I did not know that he didn't have sufficient capital. He had some 2,000 or 3,000 rupees only. And
Oh.
on the day we traded, both of us had a loss.
Oh. Yes.
Then he again traded and slowly built up his capital. Today, he says it has come to 13,000 rupees.
Oh, good, sir.
Gradually, your confidence will also increase once you keep doing this.
Yes, sir.
Don't feel discouraged, and I'm sure all of you will make big money out of this.
Yes,
In
sir.
the initial stages, you stick to one trade. If it is in loss, don't trade again.
Yes, sir.
Next day, you can look for a better opportunity.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have your Excel which tell that which strike to choose.
So my Excel doesn't tell you what strike to choose. My Excel will only tell you how much money you can make. I had something called a trade plan. So I
Oh, yes.
started saying 5,000 rupees if I have.
Yes, sir.
I'm using Asta leverage of 3 times. That
Yes,
means
sir.
I can trade up to 15,000. 15,000.
Yes, sir.
So if I have a low risk trade entry and I use the entire 15,000,
Yes,
let us say my entry price is 150 rupees.
yes,
I can trade 4 lots. So my
yes,
buy order will be for 100 quantity.
yes, sir.
I normally look for 100% profit. Sometimes it will be only 80%, sometimes it will be 90%. So
Yes, sir.
whatever it is, even 50% if you get profit
Yes, sir.
with capital of 5,000 rupees and using leverage of 3 times, I'm
Yes,
making
sir.
7,500 rupees. No.
Yes, yes, good.
So if I trade with, let's say, 25,000 capital,
Yes.
right? When the volume of trading becomes too high, what I
Yes.
do is I try to reduce this number by reducing my capital. What I do is I withdraw the money.
Yes, sir.
95% of my profits if I keep withdrawing.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. So it will keep the quantity also in a manageable level.
Yes, sir.
Even assuming you trade with only about 10 lots, you are bound to make big profits. Okay, don't look at these numbers. These numbers are sometimes theoretical in our context.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But I've made much bigger amount also than this.
Yes.
So once you withdraw the money, you start
Yes, sir.
trading again with a smaller capital. So you
Sir,
can, yeah,
sir, suggest me to select the strike price.
and strike price selection. There are, I said the first best thing which can happen to you is
Yes,
I
sir.
select a strike price and then it becomes in the money.
Oh,
Okay.
yes,
So
sir.
supposing I take 32,000 strike price
Yes, sir.
for Monday's trade and
Yes,
Banknifty falls very hard.
yes, sir.
From 32,448, it comes down to 32,000 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then automatically my premium will start growing at a faster rate
Yes.
because from OTM it is slowly coming to in the money option.
Uh,
From OTM, when it becomes ITM,
yes.
your profit will also start accelerating.
Yes, sir.
Now, supposing you say I don't want to put 278 rupees, take a
Yes.
lower strike price.
Yes.
Take 31,500 put option. Sorry,
Yes,
this
sir.
is monthly. 15th April, PE will be available at 150 rupees.
Yes, sir.
So you can
So,
trade with this.
so there is no hard rule to select the strike price and do like that. We have to choose as per our comfort and risk.
Correct, exactly. See, it'll help you if you look at your various support and resistance levels.
Yes, sir.
If you feel that Bank Nifty will have a good movement tomorrow, so instead of taking 32,000, you take 31,500. Even if it doesn't become in the money,
Yes,
as
sir.
long as the price is moving in your direction,
Yes.
this also will become very profitable.
Yes, sir.
In percentage terms, I prefer to take deep out of the money options because percentage growth will be much higher.
Oh, yes, sir.
See, from 100 rupees, if an option goes to 250 rupees, it's a
Yes.
good profit, no?
Yes, sir.
Whereas 500 rupees, say it may go to 700 rupees. That is not percentage wise, it's not a good return.
Yes, yes. But the point movement is good. But percentage wise, you get a lot.
Correct. That is the reason I like OTM strike prices. And as long as you're taking the strikes at around this support or resistance level,
Yes, sir.
price has to come to that level sometime. That means your
Yes.
OTM will become ITM.
Yes, sir.
So you will automatically start generating good profits on those trades.
Yes, sir.
Swami sir, a small doubt actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the probability of OTM strike prices, like deep OTM strike price will be uh, giving 50% of, rising 50% of what they can. Like it is 50 rupees, then can it go to 75 rupees when we trade using Heiken Ashi?
About I think 4 or 5 expiries back, I took a
Sir,
deep OTM strike price at 30 rupees. End of that expiry,
sir,
the closing price of that option was 390 rupees.
30 to 300
Correct.
100 times.
Anything is possible in this market, yeah.
Okay,
If it gives you 12 times, take it. Take 12 times. If it gives you 5 times, take 5 times. If it gives you only 3 times, take 3 times.
Like when we go to deep OTM, the risk is very low. That is very beneficial for the beginner actually to, instead of
Correct.
doing proper trading or Leo stock, something like that.
Correct. But on sideways days and all, you will end up with a small profit or a small loss.
Okay, okay, okay.
That is the only risk factor there. But I still prefer to trade only deep OTM.
Deep OTM, okay, okay.
Especially Monday, if I'm trading, I will take 31,500 as my strike price.
The risk will be lower, so we can peacefully concentrate ourselves on the chart
Correct.
instead of P&L.
And if I'm entering the trade near this resistance level,
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
my risk is not big.
Yes.
And if
Yes.
it falls down very fast, right, even to half of this level,
Mhm.
my deep OTM will also start generating good profits.
Yes. The delta will be increased by gradually. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
This is one of the things I wanted to actually break the myth that one is option buyers will always lose. Okay, I've been doing this for last 4 months. I've not been always losing. I lose on sideways days definitely, but most of the days I end up with a profit. And the second thing is deep OTM options are very bad. People say that. Any YouTube
Yes.
video you'll see, they'll say mistakes made by option buyers going for very deep OTM options. Those guys don't know what the heck they're talking about. What matters in the options is you need a trend to be in your favor and you need momentum moves. If there is no momentum move, price keeps on going up and down like this, then you can't make money. Whereas if you have a good momentum in the move, you will make very good money.
And also, you have said actually earlier that a red Heiken candle needs it is going to turn from red to green. That almost the momentum is going to complete and the trend is going to
Correct.
reverse. Yeah.
You don't wait. You don't wait for the red to turn into green. I mean, not red to turn into green. Once you are in the trade, this green should not become red. You should try to
Yeah.
exit before it becomes red.
Yes, 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 sir.
Otherwise, you'll miss
That,
out on a lot of points if you exit
mm,
later.
yes,
If
sir.
you're taken to C trade, when you see price hitting resistance, you should be able to exit. Suppose it doesn't reverse, it goes up further. Wait for another opportunity to enter. Here, like for this example, I exited a trade here. Then I found another opportunity here. I will take this and take one more profit. Hmm. No, no, no. The bread and butter of the method is using it on the option chart. I'll show you what I normally do is, let me show you what I do. I have, let's say, 33,000 CE and 31,000 PE, right? So what I do is I use this multiple charts option from display in Zerodha. Go down. You have multiple charts. I say two charts. So I put 33,000 CE on one side. And I put 31,500 PE on the other side. When I click, you have two charts displayed side by side. So what I do is when I start my day, I start with my Heiken Ashi. Exactly at 9:15, I'll be watching my Heiken Ashi chart. If it's a green candle, no entry for me. Sorry, this is 15 minute. Yeah, I was looking at that. So when it forms a green candle, no entry for me. I just stay away from the trade. Reason is since I'm only looking at buying, I want to buy above red candle. So I will wait until my red candle high is taken out. So each red candle which forms, I will place an entry order above the high. If it is not broken, I'll move to the next candle and place the order above the high. And the high is not on the Heiken candle, it is on the normal candle at that time. So my order would have been here. Let us see the time. 10:30 candle. So 10:30 candle, once it crosses the high, I will enter the trade. Okay. My stop loss will be the low point of the entry candle. Is this. I keep it slightly lower than that amount to create a buffer. Then I let my trade run. If it goes up to any level of resistance, whether it's pivot resistance or whatever line I have drawn, at that level I get out. So what I will do is I'll place a target order for this much. And I'll wait for my target to hit. Now on the CE side, first two candles were green. There was a false break here, right? But on at that time we'll see the normal candle. There was a small stop loss I had to take. Not small actually, it was a big stop loss. But when you have a doji with a lot of wicks, big strong wicks, if you try to avoid the trade, it will be better for you. Yes, there is a signal here, you would have taken the trade, but you have to find some way of avoiding it. To avoid that, what happens is you can look at your. Somebody got admitted just now. Okay. To avoid the trade, you can look at your Banknifty trend. We are already on the 15-minute. You would have got an entry. You would have got thrown out here. You could have still taken a small profit. But looking at this option chart, it would have been difficult for you. Then you keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Sorry, this was the day. So you had entry and you took profit, and then price started falling. Then you suddenly shifted to the CE entry, PE entry. It depends on how alert you are to enter and exit your trade. It was possible to make a profit here also. But in practical, real market situation, you would keep expecting your price to go up. Your mind will say, no, 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 this resistance will get easily broken because it's a strong green candle. Then when it fails, also your mind will not accept. No, no, it has to go up again. After some time, you realize it's not going up, and you missed the PE entry also. Plus, you lost your profit on the CE trade. That is why I say, please take a profit very quickly. When you see a resistance level at which the price is hit, exit with your profit and wait for your next entry. And next entry will definitely come. The moment this started reversing, right, you will definitely get an entry. But in our case, for the current thing, no, if you see a Friday's trade on 9th, your entry actually happened in the PE first, or was it CE? Both of them happened at the same time, unfortunately, on the third candle of the day. So what would you do in a situation like that? Because you kept placing SLM orders, both your entries would have got triggered at the same time. Correct, no? Here you got third candle May entry, you got entry here at 10:30. So it was okay for trading the thing. 9:45 to 10:30 you would have taken a trade. Then when you get entry here, exit your CE trade and focus on this entry. After looking at the price action on Banknifty. Who joined just now?
Mohammed something. Name is.
Okay.
So no. Mohan Subramanian.
Mohan Subramanian, okay. Fine. So Mohan has probably not missed much. Mohan, will you join us for this evening session also? Mohan? No. No sound from Mohan. Mohan? Anyway, all this discussion
Yeah,
was
sure, sir. I
prompted.
will join, sir.
Yeah, please, sir, because I'll be repeating the same things again. So instead of
Yeah, I
doing this,
understood, sir. Because I am new to Google, so that's why
no
I don't
problem.
know how to unmute. That's why it delay, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, okay, sir.
No, this morning we were discussing about how to use the option chain data to form your support and resistance levels. This was something which was prompted by Amog. When Amog said this is a good method, all of us jumped on that. And definitely my chart also looks very clean now. So whatever we discussed in this current session, I'll repeat again in the evening, so that anybody who has missed it can join and also take the benefit of this. What I believe is there are two things which we have managed to solve, which were our biggest problems. One is how to avoid fake entries, and the second is how to establish key levels at which you should enter the trade. Both these things are excellent methods. So, to a lot of to a big extent, what will happen is that all your problems which you used to face, which you are making you nervous when you are in the trade, those will vanish. Your confidence level will definitely increase. Amog, thank you very much for your ideas.
Why? Thank you, sir.
No, you came up with actually a golden idea, which all of us can definitely benefit from.
You came with the Heiken incident.
That was only
What
one
we did.
part of it. No, how to refine it and make it even perfect, even more perfect is what we are trying to do. See, the thing is, no, with so many years of experience behind me, I can avoid fake entries. I can say I'm going to wait. But
The main
newcomers will
concept
feel
of our price action is actually we need to watch the charts plain. That's it.
correct.
Okay. That we need to achieve someday. We will do that.
We will do that. And
We will do
I'm actually thinking how to evolve a system where you don't have to look at charts also.
that. That is what our primary goal is.
But for that, no, the problem is this Heiken method. I don't know how much it will help because you're not going to see the chart. So you have to go only by price behavior.
Price behavior.
So supposing you take a high momentum trade on some stock, which is likely to become a top gainer. Okay, supposing Kotak Bank can become a top gainer tomorrow,
Okay.
right? If I wait till let's say 9:45,
Hmm.
right? At 9:45, if the price is breaking the high of the previous candle,
Okay.
and I take an entry there,
Okay.
then I can close my laptop and walk away, or I can do this trading from my mobile. Actually, it is so simple to trade, no? Once the second candle high is broken, I'll enter the trade.
What is the category of criteria of choosing the stocks like that, sir?
Any stock, yeah. I'm talking about any stock. I just took something at random,
Random.
right? See, the thing is, what you need to know is, supposing a stock is trading at, let us say, 0.5% from the high level, correct?
Hmm.
If my stock price is going towards the high, it is just 0.5% away from the high price. The probability of its breaking the high price is more than probability of breaking the low, right?
Okay. Okay.
So what I do is
So,
I have a charting scanner which I've developed for that, which will tell me which are the stocks heading towards the high or heading towards the low. All I have to do is look at those scan results and take my trade
time frame is
for
15 minutes.
uh,
Time frame 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
it doesn't matter. No,
Time frame.
you look at 940, 945, whatever, it doesn't matter. See, I have these two scanners with me, price near low or price near high.
Okay. 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 Open price. Yeah. Open price high or low need to be broken.
Not open price. Your
Okay.
current candle closing price has to be either near the low or the high. So I have set some criteria saying if it is 0.5% away from the low, I will take a sell entry below the low. And this scanner will tell me which are the stocks near the low price. So any of these stocks I can just take and take a short entry. If you sort it on change percentage, you will get the top losers here.
Okay.
And price near high is 0.995% of the high. Matlab high minus 0.5%. So here my top gainer is Indraprastha Gas, IGL Limited. Then Tech Mahindra. So what I can do is I can look at this scanner and take one trade first, exit with 1% profit. Then another trade I'll take with another 1% I can make. Like that I can trade at least about 4 or 5 times, meaning I got 5% profits. So when you have this kind of a momentum scanner, it becomes easy to identify the stocks and trade them. Okay, this idea is not my own. I copied it from one YouTube channel called Smart Trader. In the initial stages, when he started his YouTube channel, he posted a video how to make 3% return every day.
Smart Trader, the
So
Bangalore
his
guy.
logic was even assuming, Bangalore guy, Days Paul, another smart fellow. He knows how to trade and take money out of the market. But off late, his videos have become
Work like
boring.
miracle, sir.
Huh?
I have a whole course, sir. I will share with you.
I don't want it yet. Thank you very much. Now I am not interested in courses. I'm happy with my own system, so I don't need any courses. But I'm saying that making money on the stock market is easy if you don't complicate it. All you need
Yes,
is
sir.
one line
Simple
and
things
trade
works
from that.
very well. Yes. Simple things works very well.
And if you got momentum in your move, definitely you're going to make money. The momentum is judged by how close your current price is in relation to the high price. So supposing you're looking at it on the mobile itself, you will see something like this. Open, high, low, and previous closes there, no? This kind of thing you will see on the mobile also.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll see that if my current price, which is this one, 923, I'll see whether it is close to high or close to low. And Des
Okay.
Paul explains it in his YouTube channel. He uses a money control app to identify the top gainers and top losers. Based on that, he will quickly enter a trade. He takes 0.3% profit and exits.
0.3% target. He will keep
Correct.
target like that.
That is because earlier average leverage given by brokers was 10 times. So even if you take 0.3%, you're actually making 3%. And if the leverage is much more, like 15 times, 20 times, you can make good money out of that. I've traded actually this method. In one day, I took 10 trades. I ended up with more than 100% return. And momentum that day was very good. So the moment I placed, at that time, Zerodha was giving this bracket orders. Now they have removed bracket order.
Cover and back to remove.
Right. Bracket order, you can set your stop loss and your target. So what I used to do was I used to keep a stop loss of 0.5% and a target of 1%. By the time I finished my order, some trade would have finished my target also. Because
I
there will
think
be
we
a
can use
sudden movement.
GTT is there now, sir. We can use that.
Which one? GTT, yeah.
Yes, yes.
But I didn't know how to use it for intraday. I never tried
Actually,
GTT.
no, sir. Actually, we can use it for intraday. That I forgot. That is for only delivery trade.
Oh, okay.
We can't place intraday trade. MIS is not allowed to call.
We don't need the margin, but we need to have. Okay, I can do it as a delivery trade, no?
Yeah, yes. You can do it delivery trade.
So what would I do? I'll put my quantity here as let's say 1,000.
No, actually, select OCO, sir. There
Huh?
is a
Oh, but it's not enabled, no? OCO.
no. It is not available.
It's not doing that. I don't know why.
In that also we can actually keep the
Target and stop loss.
yes, yes,
Okay. Let me experiment it with this in live
in live
market
market.
and see.
Yes.
Actually, there are so many ways of making money on stocks and other things. You don't need
So
to
many,
think also.
so
But
many
what I
cheaper
did
ways.
was I had a watch list built with the help of charting, where I found even today you get a margin from Zerodha. Like a 30 rupee stock you, in intraday, right? Zerodha wants only 3 rupees 24 paisa from me as a margin, meaning I'm getting 10 times, no?
Yes, attendance, yes, 10x.
Roughly around 10 times. But even if it is 8 times, chalega. So if I have, let's say, 1,000 quantity of this, my capital required is only 3,200 instead of 30,000. You have to carefully look at each stock, see whether it's got enough volumes, and also it has low margin requirement. So whenever I find anything, any stock like that, I'll add it to my watch list. Actually, this is a gold mine because if you trade a higher quantity, right, and this stock moves how much in a day? Let's take this move. From 31.7, it went down to 30.25. So even if you take 90 paisa profit out of this, you made 900 rupees on a 3,000 rupee investment. Not a bad trade. What I do is I use any charting scanner which talks about a trending thing, and I put it in the cash segment, and I look for low price shares. So when I find some good low price share which requires a very small margin, I add it to my watch list. Like here, Schneider Electric is a fantastic script. For each share, I need to only put 12 rupees as capital. So if I say 1,000 quantity here, 12,000 rupees will be my margin requirement. And this kind of stocks, they move good, 99 to 93. Let's say about 6 rupees movement. Out of that, you capture even 3 rupees movement. You got 3,000 bucks. These are not operator driven stocks, though they are low priced. They are actively traded during the day. If you see the 15-minute candle, these are actively traded.
The volume was also good, sir. Enough margin.
Volume is also enough. See, point is now when you look at the 15-minute chart and you see a lot of blank lines, then you should be worried because those are operator driven stocks. IDFC movement is very low actually. See, if you try to trade these kinds of things, uh, even if you take the biggest candle and see what is the price movement, it is only 3 rupees. Slowly, but you can still trade these things. Here, what will happen is you can't look for very precise kind of exit and entry. You can still trade them. You just put the trade and walk away, man. End of day, you will definitely make money. Keep your stop loss, put your entry, and just close the trade at EOD. GMR infra can give you huge profit sometimes because the range of movement is so volatile. This 2 rupee movement on GMR infra which requires 2 rupees 93 paisa per share. You
The
say
huge volatile
10,000.
stocks, we can set uh,
Hmm?
in the huge volatile stocks, actually, we can test all the strategies. Done.
Correct. If you trade 10,000 quantity, right, and you get 2 rupees movement, 20,000 bucks you have made, no?
For
Not
30,000.
bad for not bad for one day's work. And you get movements like this, 24 to 27. Always 3 rupees movement you get. You need only 2 rupees movement to capture. That is why I added all these things in my watch list. Bharat Electronics, now it requires 14 rupees. First time when I added it was somewhere around 4 rupees or something. But even this is not bad. 14,000. These are stocks which also move very nicely. We take this one. Correct. That's what people say. But if you get more, why not? Just you target 1% and exit, no problem. See, the larger your quantity, no, the better it is if you exit with 1%. Suppose you take 10,000, and even 1% profit is what out of 129, 1 rupee 30 paisa. That is also enough. Interesting, no? Correct, definitely. Just 1 second. Yeah, my wife was asking me some question. No, no, no. I finished my lunch. I had an early lunch. She was asking me if I taken my medicine after lunch. Sometimes I forget, so she reminds me. A lot of, I think somebody gave a feedback to Ravindra that yesterday's discussion was more on options and not on stock trading. So this evening I plan to devote one section for options, one section for stocks. And after that, if those people want to leave, they can leave. Then we will continue our discussion. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now I need to take a small nap. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely okay
We'll
with that.
meet again in the evening.
Please have it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Sure, sir.
much.
Take some rest. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, boss. Bye.
Bye. Bye.